Good morning and happy Eid Fitr from all of us here to all of you there. Wow. Don't leave me. Well, President Bola Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, some state governors, Christian Association of Nigeria lawmakers, Gbogbo Tigbo, are facilitating or felicitating Muslim brethren across Nigeria on the occasion of this year's Eid Fitr. Well, in their separate messages, they urged Muslims to sustain the lessons of Ramadan and continue to pray for the peace and unity of the country. For Mr. President Tinubu, he says, "We are the sculptor and Nigeria is the clay. We build it the way we desire." That's what he's saying in his first Eid message since he made it to the biggest and the apex office in Nigeria last year. Well, he says we should build, and netizens, Nigerians basically ready to build or what? Umfon says, yes, so we must build Nigeria together. No shaking, nothing they happen or shame. And then Lekki Diva says, we are ready to build, but no material on the ground. How do we build? And Yahaya says, to build Nigeria, policies that have human face and encourage productivity should be in place, not ones that remove subsidy on PMS and increase electricity tariff without cautioning measures. And EA says, I thought now you build Lagos. Abi, now you and Lagosians run absolutely. No be one person they build now. So he's calling on you today that you need to join him in building Nigeria. That's his message, basically. Well, reactions are trailing the photo of the borehole by Peter Obi in Zaria local government area of Kaduna State. Now, you would remember that on Sunday, he announced visiting some communities in Nigeria this Ramadan to pray with Muslims and then to also provide them with borehole to ensure essential access to water for the people of the communities. However, barely 24 hours after recounting his stall and the project he executed in the north, the picture of the water project he donated to the Zaria community surfaced on X. The picture is getting many netizens talk absolutely for and against. We see that is the before and the after right there. The tank there labeled, donated by His Excellency Peter Obi is what they have now. And then the other one with women and children with buckets trying to get water is what they had. And we also have another one that says that before now we had animals feeding with them. I saw that video yesterday and I thought I would not need it, but then I went back to look for it. I didn't see it. Just maybe if I find, I may bring it back. So yeah, let's see how this met netizens. Didon says, Peter Obi for fine-tune and pass like this, yeah? But where is the governor, local government chairman, senate reps of this very locality? All they want them, they chop allocations. Them no fit provide drinking water for their own people. If not so, Peter Obi, you did a very good job, much more out of your own pockets. Keep building bridges. And then this user, Akoko Tyrant, says, people in Enugu State are complaining bitterly of same problem every day. They don't have well, not to talk of borehole. How many of such projects has he embarked on there? None. Imagine how that will help his kinsmen. Let charity begin at home. Those are some of the comments right there. But in another reaction, Lola says, that borehole is an eyesore. I understand he's a private citizen and he used his money for it, but he's also a politician who vied for the highest office. He should know better. That's a youth copper borehole standard. I wish it wasn't him. And final thought on this is coming from Malip, who says private citizen using money run borehole for people. Them talk say the borehole na eyesore. You want electric borehole in a village that might never see band E? Does band E even exist? You hear that the list by the federal government, the banding that they did is not even possible with everybody because you have communities that do not even have lights, 7 days straight up, no light or anything. And people were asking, what band is that? And there are also suggestions that as soon as you say, my name is Rena Obozeghie, for example, you say what band you belong to. But yeah, this all started on social media because Ahmed Bashir had questioned. He says it is very presidential. I will know that was sarcastic of him. But let's move over to more stories. Oh yes, this is the borehole, the one in Bauchi, and I thought to bring this up before we go to our final story. Let's have the audio and visual of this.
I'm not using it. Mashallah. Yes. Mashallah. Don't go. His Excellency has given them life.
All right, to our next and final story, the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, says we Nigerians should be expecting the total cost and breakdown of the ongoing Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project. Well, he's reacting to concerns that were raised by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar over the cost and bidding process of the 700 kilometers project. Atiku had on Monday questioned President Bola Tinubu's administration for awarding the project to Gilbert Chogri's High-Tech Construction Company Limited, and he says it was done without any evidence of competitive bidding, and those were some of the maths that he did. And then the federal government, through Dave Umahi, whose office is primarily concerned, responded yesterday. Let's see Atiku's thoughts on this. He says, but if 47.47 kilometer costs about 1.06 trillion naira. It means each kilometer is being built at 22.5 billion naira or $18 million. For a project that is going to be 700 kilometers, it means the total cost could be 15.7 trillion naira or $12.56 billion, which is higher than previous estimates. This is what Atiku says. Let's see Dave Umahi's response to this. He says, I am going to run figures for him. The him here is definitely Atiku, to understand, and he will understand how prudent the administration of President Tinubu has been. He will understand how prudency is taking center stage in this administration. And then he says he will be briefing the press when he gets to Lagos later. He says, so I'm not here to run the figures now. I will do that in a press conference on my visit to Lagos from April 10, 2024 to April 12, 2024. That's Dave Umahi to Atiku Abubakar. Let's see how you reacted. This user says, this statement is big. I respect you, my minister, but you must know how to talk to other senior citizens. And then for another user tweeting at Afunaya, it says, make una provide figures. Just of projects should be known and shouldn't be kept in secrecy. If Atiku didn't speak out concerning it, you guys would have kept it as a secret. Show us figures. And then reacting to Atiku under his post is Tunde, who says, I have realized that African politicians see opposition as only means to criticize the government. If you were not there, everything the government does is rubbish. Atiku was vice president. He was placed to oversee selling of public asset. It was criticized by opposition. Then, well, they say it's politics and you have to be in the opposition to play politics. And that's why people keep calling out the PDP to say that Labour Party is doing more of the opposition in right now than even the majority of the main opposition political party, which is PDP, according to their scores at the general election. So yes, thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll see you again tomorrow.